Michigan State men's basketball reminding folks, if they did not know, that the season starts soon with a minute long, little over a minute long highlight film of some Michigan State practice footage. And Dion, it's funny when we make these videos, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you guys always just overreact and take so much away from these videos. It's just a practice video in a minute." You know what? Respectfully, thank y'all for watching. Shut the hell up. All right. We got Coen Carr shooting threes. We got Coen Carr dribbling middle, a little creation stuff, a little backdoor passes, a little drop off. He. And we got some other moments that we got to talk about here outside of Coen Carr threes. No Coen Carr dunky dunks in this video. Not okay. Needed some of those. But there will be a time when, obviously I'm a new father and my son will ask me about the summer of 2025. And, he'll be like, Dad, what happened that summer? And I'll be like, well, it was a wild summer, son. I got a Carson Cooper transition three in practice in the summer, and I really didn't know what to do with that. So, Dion, I'll throw it to you. A lot to take from this, not a lot to take, but like a lot of stuff in this video that I think we see from Michigan State that, maybe we're not used to. And then also, like, you just get some other moments from some other players in here. Jackson Kohler, I think, doing some post passing stuff as well. But I'll throw it to you. Had a minute long video here. What do you take away from this? What are your thoughts on it?
Can I speak really quickly to the people that say we're overreacting to a short video?
Yeah.
Are they not overreacting to our overreaction?
Listen, was it two negatives don't make a right?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like
Two,
that.
two negatives don't make a positive.
Right. Yeah, that what he said. Also, two overreactions don't do anything either. So piss off. Yeah, so that's where we are with that.
Yeah. So, like, don't overreact to our overreaction then. But
Right.
also, thank you for watching.
Also, thank you for watching. Keep watching. Please, we love you.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. But we got a Carson Cooper transition three, a Coen Carr pull up three, by the way. Like, my dog is here now. Like, he's very much so here. I've been saying it all summer. He's the key to Michigan State's success to me. Like, they're gonna go as far as Coen Carr goes in terms of his development because I think we know what everybody else can do. Like, we know who Jackson Kohler is. He's a really good big. We know who Jeremy Fears is. He's gonna pass the ball a lot. We know what everybody else does, right? Like but Coen Carr is the question mark, and with everything you've lost, Coen Carr can make up for all that. Carson Cooper, if he's making like pull up transition threes too, by the way, like I mean, how special is that front court? Because now the thing about Carson Cooper hitting threes is it doesn't even just unlock him. It doesn't just unlock Kohler. It doesn't unlock Fears. Coen Carr was spacing, and you kind of have to close out on Coen Carr now, or you're giving him a wide open three. That's what I mean by who's going to stop him. If you have to close out on Coen Carr and the paint isn't clogged, you either give him a wide open three or you give him a dunk. Your choice. But either way, it adds up to him getting like anywhere from 15 to 18 points a game.
15 to 18 is crazy.
We gonna see.
18 is, but I will say this: you make some good points. First of all, uh, shout out Patrick Ewing. I think he said, "Why'd you shoot that shot? You don't practice that." I better not see a Carson Cooper transition three. That's good that was in practice. That's awesome. Also, they ran this clip longer. I guarantee Izzo ran from the sideline and RKO'd Carson Cooper because he knows damn well he shouldn't be shooting no transition threes. What's wrong with you, Carson? I don't want to see that. But to your point, like the thing we see from Coen Carr, look, I get it. Like we do the same thing with other players in the summer, like Ben Simmons and goddamn Ty Rodgers hitting shots and on during the summer. It happens all the time. Rudy Gobert was working with lethal shooter, goddamn it. Like we see this all the time. But the thing is, like, we continuously see Coen Carr's jumper look smoother. We see him put the ball on the floor as well because, like, he's shooting without hesitation. Like, in this video, literally, Jordan Scott turned his back to double down and dig on Jackson Kohler, and Kohler kicked it out to Coen Carr without hesitation. He shot it and knocked it down. And then he had some other ones on here, like, he came off the curl and then did the little drop off to Cam Ward. Cam Ward also had a little mid-range jumper in this video as well. I just think you're able to see if he's able to develop and be this guy who's a threat, right? It makes it less clunky to the idea of Coen Carr being the three on this team too, right?
Yeah.
And look, we don't need him to be a 40% three-point shooter, but if he's any threat, then it could get spooky because of his athleticism. And you see some other things. And, you know, outside of Coen Carr's jumper, because I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on his jumper. Um, the ability to actually just put the ball on the floor, right? Put the ball on the floor. He kind of got to the middle, he made a decision, and he dropped it off. Or he gets to the middle, uses athleticism and scores. It's just an incredible weapon to have. And, you know, on a team that is going to need some guys to be able to go get one. Obviously, Colin Carr is probably never going to be that guy for Michigan State, but you can just have guys that are able to make plays and go score the bet. Deion, stop, man. You're doing it.
Let's not be disrespectful now.
I-
Let's not
I'm
be
not.
disrespectful.
I'm not, man. It is also good to see Trey Scott. Sorry, not Trey Scott. Trey Fort, without hesitation, knock down some 3-point shots. He's got to be a guy that does that for this team. But yeah, Coen Carr is just like full game, full package in this video is something that I think should get Michigan State fans excited.
Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm, that's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girl sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that. But honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy, love his wife. Love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more.
Let's you and I haven't dissected Coen Carr because no one believed in the leap. But now that we're seeing the leap kind of play out before our eyes, who has a more all-around game on Michigan State than Coen Carr at the moment?
I don't know if anybody does.
He kind of has to be the one to go get you one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can, but that's why I believe in the lead. It's not even as much I believe in Coen Carr. I do believe in Coen Carr. I said this on the video yesterday. He's shown more development, or he's shown the exact same development that I've been wanting Jonathan Kuminga to. If Kuminga could do half of what Coen Carr has done the last month, give him the 3-year deal. We can remove the player option. I would love it. But get them all locked in. But I mean, I believe in the leap because I believe in Izzo. And Izzo doesn't have a choice but for Coen Carr to be that good for them to hang another banner like the one that's hanging right behind you. Because if he doesn't do it, I don't know who else can at this point.
Yeah, and I think, you know, having this ability and having this leap from Coen Carr into his junior year is something too that when we talk about players in the Izzo era, and there's players, and I think there's a little bit of discussion back and forth sometimes within the fan base or people within the fan base, outside the fan base, on like what happens with development of players. We see upperclassmen leap all the time with Tom Izzo, right? Like I can even think back to moments where like, and usually it happens in the senior season where like players just it clicks for them and they figure it out and you know they're part of the program and they figure out and they improve and they develop. Coen Carr is on that path and obviously the athleticism is there and I don't even want that to take away from this because like when it comes down to it, drive the ball and go put a motherfucker in the rim on me. Like you can do that every single time. But if you make people respect you from the 3-point line and the jump shot, and you make people respect you putting the ball on the floor and passing it to others, it just opens up so much for this Michigan State team. And, you know, even if I don't want to take the farther leap is like, oh, Coen Carr is like this all Big Ten second or first team guy. The jump is coming. It's just what the jump looks like. And if anything that we'll never ever doubt with Coen Carr, it should not be his jumping ability. So like that honestly, that's the catchphrase there. Like don't doubt the jump. Coen Carr jumps. jumpy jumps, dunky dunks for what it's worth. Which, by the way, like I said, not one dunk in here. What's up with that?
Why would we showcase what everybody knows? I live by the
Because I
saying
like it. I like the dunks.
I live by the saying what's known doesn't need to be said.
That phrase stinks. Phrase stinks. I want to see dunky dunks. Anything else in this video that stood out? We got good to see Jeremy Fears go to the basket and actually shoot it. I like that. Like, even if he's not going to get a jumper, I think Fears needs to be aggressive going to the basket and actually looking as a threat to score. Like, and he had one here where he went to go lay it up. Luckily, Coen Carr didn't pin it off the top of the backboard, which he tried to do. But anything else from this video that stuck out to you?
Nothing necessarily from the video. I will say this. I've been very positive on Michigan State all offseason. I am going to say one negative thing. I don't see it with Fierce. I see the culture aspect. I see the leader. I see like the face of the Michigan State program stuff. Once the ball's on the court, though, I got to be honest. I don't see it with Fierce.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with Fears though is like, and this is what I usually tell people who aren't like a believer in him, and it's really not even that far fetched. It's just at worst though. The floor with Fears on the floor is like leader dog Izzo loves him pass. He can do
Yeah.
that. So like at the end of the day, like even if he has his limitations, which will frustrate you, you have a guy that can pass the ball. And the last thing I'll say here is I know it's cut up highlights, obviously. So take this with a grain of salt. But one of the biggest gripes I think with me last year was that Jackson Kohler was actually really good when he was guarded one on one because he has the array of post moves, he has the footwork, he has everything else. He would panic when he was double teamed. Now, in this video, I thought he did a good job of hitting Coen Carr when he had the dig down, even though he almost lost the ball. And then also, his ability to pass out of the post, like I said, when people are doubling or he doesn't have a move, he had the one to Kurt Tang as well, who cut down the middle very well and finished. Jackson Kohler being a post threat while also not being able to be affected by double teams, given because he's a little bit of he's undersized and he is not necessarily the most athletically gifted. Sometimes double teams can throw him off a little bit. So him being calm and being able to pass out of that double team, I think are going to mean a lot because there is going to be a world where I think teams saw it last year that they struggle with him when they double him. And then two, if he's getting his, they're probably going to at least dig or do something like not to let him go one on one because he does have that array of post moves. So, being able to pass out of the double team, I think will be massive for Jackson Kohler. And like I said, I don't want to see that shit from Coop. Do not care. It was great. I'm glad that he did it. He shoots a three this year. I'm a bang my head in with a hammer. I'm sorry.
Hey, if Coop's making threes, though, you ain't got to worry about Kohler getting double teamed.
Yeah,
It's a good point.
you won't.
Okay.
That's and the shot clock, everything's going. Honestly, no, take a shot clock violation. Don't even want. Don't. Let's go set up our defense. There's no need for threes, Carson. But no, fun video for Michigan State. I'm excited for this season. It's time for the reigning Big Ten champs to run it back. God damn it.